Hey Ben, what's the Astec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Astec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Astec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Astec Safety Challenge. We are here. The final draw of the night. My name is Evan in the broadcast booth, alongside Ian Isaacson once again, a couple of local curlers here, fanatics of the game. If you are staying up internationally, we welcome you here on the Curling Zone stream, on the Lloydminster Curling Club YouTube stream, or TELUS Optic TV. Thank you for being with us. We got a big game tonight, Ian, and I'm excited. This is our final game together, man. It's gone by way, way, way too quickly.
Yeah, no, it's been a whirlwind week so far.
Lots to set up here. The story of this game, though, Carruthers, their rink, this entire challenge here at the Astec Safety Challenge have been down a body. They've been curling with 3. They lost 2 games early on, and then they were in the C event. They had to battle their way back. Ian, this team has played 3 games already today. This is their 4th game tonight. It's just after 8 o'clock local time here for everybody watching internationally. This is the 4th quality game for this team, down a body. That's going to be a story to look at. But maybe you were saying they've found an edge. They found their mojo. They're working with 3. They're communicating with each other. They got a giant to take on, though. Let's set the tape for their opponent tonight, Ian.
Absolutely, yeah. Team Carruthers is up against, you know it, world number 1, Team Mouat. They've been absolutely dominant this year, winning 3 Grand Slam curling events in 2024. This season, 2022 Olympic silver medalist and 2023 world gold medalist. They are ranked at the top for a reason, and they've shown it here going all the way through this tournament. Basically having some of the best draws, best rest times, and certainly the fewest number of games when compared to our other team here tonight.
World ranked number 1, but Carruthers says we're still playing, you're still playing. It could be anybody's game. Setting up the squad for the Carruthers rink in lead, Connor Negovin. Second, Kyle Doring was expected to be here, but we heard that actually over the course of the Christmas holidays, he got married and he was on a honeymoon. And that's priority too, as a married guy myself. I don't know what your wife would have said, Ian, if you said, hey, by the way, we just got married, honeymoon, sorry, we're going to go to Lloydminster and curl for some big hard cash. What would your wife
I'm
say?
not even allowed to miss birthdays. So honeymoon, I think, would definitely be that times 1,000.
Yeah, we send our wishes to Kyle, who couldn't be here. Third, Catlin Schneider, and Skip, obviously, Reid Carruthers.
Hopefully he's having fun in the sun somewhere.
Well, I guarantee you he's be watching this and cheering his team on, how far they've gone on a bit of a run. And in case you're wondering, Team Carruthers is Canada ranked 13 and world number 21. So we've got the number 1 in the world, number 1 seed going up against the 21st seed here tonight. You lose, your challenge is done. You win, you qualify for the semis tomorrow in a big, big game, and there's some big names still on the boards as we look around. Schwaller and McEwen on sheet 3. Dean and Gushu in our other featured sheet coverage here. You can watch that game streaming as well. Also, Mouat, of course, and Carruthers, and White and Dunstone. So some big heavy hitters left here, and 4 of these teams will be gone, at least, if I'm doing the math correctly, Ian. For sure they will, because we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's
Narrowing
the
it
math.
down.
That's the math.
Tomorrow, just 2 games, or 3 games left to go tomorrow. 2 semifinals in the morning, and then the big final starting at 2 o'clock Mountain Time tomorrow.
What's interesting about this Carruthers rink, if you're just tuning into this team, they made 2 switches this season. Brad Jacobs and Derek Samagalski leaving the team, which then made them bring in Catlin and Kyle, and they finished 3rd in the Seville shootout. They also represented Manitoba in the 2024 Montana's Brier. Reid is also Team Einerson's coach. So you will see him around a couple of different rinks, and tons of curling knowledge for that guy. But of course, Bruce Mouat, the Bruce, you can't shut that guy down. And the international flavor in the chat knows very well that this guy has what it takes to take this thing down and potentially walk away with some serious hardware down the road when you look at Worlds and all that other stuff coming up here too as we get into the championship season. Ian, when you look at this Carruthers team, you're thinking to yourself, stick in the game early. You can't let this one get away from you with how many games they've played and being down a body.
Yeah, well, we had the privilege of doing one of their first games here earlier in the week, and they were definitely looking good early on in that game. And after the 6th end, it just seemed like they lost a little bit, or looked like they were maybe getting a little bit tired. So I can't imagine what it would feel like after 3 games here today. But these guys are athletes. They train for it. Certainly different than yours and my dad's curling rink, Bonspiels, and that. So these guys are a completely different level. Nearly, I mean, pro for most of them, and definitely more than enough training and hard work in the gym and outside of the curling rink as well.
So the teams you're seeing here just kind of finishing off the last bit of practicing, drawing to the button, and we will take a look at how that settled. Once again, Ian, I was not paying attention, which is classic Evan, this whole entire Astec Safety Challenge. Did you see here if, oh, we've got Carruthers, final rock here. So it looks like Mouat put it just top 4, and Carruthers now to see whether or not they pick up hammer going into 1.
Just spending a little time in the booth here, everybody, looking at the names and such on stream. We're looking at Curling Zone and just making sure that we're having everything labeled correctly for everyone that's trying to find their supporting the right team. Lisa in chat saying, does anybody have sound? Nope, not yet.
Take that good, but there's a little question on it, so I think it's probably going to match up good to his second. Ooh. Yeah, just a bit, not much.
If you're in the chat and you can hear us now, let us know. We're just testing out audio and making sure everything is ready to go for the game. So if you do hear us as announcers, let us know, send a message in on the chat, and we will make sure that we have everything set up as we get set for the first stone.
Yeah, I think so.
Ronald just answered in chat. I can hear you. Thank you.
Hey, there we go. We're
Thanks,
already
Ronald.
just in time for the first rock. And, oh, Ian and I had some gold. For anybody who did hear us, congratulations. For everybody who didn't, we'll recap some of that stuff as we get into this first end. But it's Connor Negevin with the first stone of this qualifier to see yourself in the semis tomorrow morning and a chance at potentially continuing your Astec Safety Challenge life. $125,000 on the line here, split amongst the teams who will make it to the semis.
Yeah, pretty exciting here. Bruce Mouat, team world #1 with the hammer, coming into end #1. And we're coming here from sheet #5 in the Lloydminster Curling Club. Ian Isaacson along with Evan Degenhart.
Couple of local curlers. Ian and I curl on the same team on Thursdays, and we've been doing it for a couple of years now. And we broadcast last year together, and we thought we'd do it again. We also do have some extra added technology that we're going to test out here this game as well, Ian, which I'm very excited for as we get set for the first couple of stones here. And it looks like the Carruthers rink went right into the rings on this one, Ian, on their first. Mouat opts to set up the corner guard.
Pretty good there. Yeah. 3, 16-4.
All right, second stone here from lead, Team Carruthers.
Line's good.
They'll be shooting 3 rocks each, for the 2 on the front end, 1 sweeper. For anyone that didn't get that in chat, we previewed that. Kyle Doreen, second for Team Carruthers on his honeymoon at the moment, so congrats on getting married, Kyle.
And he was the one that replaced Samagalski, which is somebody asking in the chat, hey, what happened there? So, yes. Samaglaski was on the team, left. Kyle Dorn came in, honeymoon, Carruthers team down to 3, and that's how they've been playing this entire challenge. And for our viewers watching on the stream, Reid Carruthers and squad have played 3 games already today. This is their 4th game going up against world #1 Bruce Mouat and squad.
That's good.
Mouat elects to just clear that one on the center line, Ian, and just keep it clean, knowing that he's got control. He's got hammer of this end.
Okay. No, I thought you said yes.
Yeah. It'll be normal. Wait, what are you waiting for one? Yeah, just keep it up.
We do have audio on the teams here. I can just make it out in my ear. I think it's a little bit clearer or louder on stream for everyone on YouTube at Curling Zone. But we will have a chance to listen in on some of the strategy and listen to at least 2 of the players from each team mic'd up.
Connor Negevin and his last. He's going to roll and punch it out the backside.
Yeah, that's what he said. Good throw.
A couple of people in the chat saying, hey, watching from Macaro, Northeast Ontario. Really appreciate the live stream. Diane in Winnipeg saying all good. Suzanne cheering for Team Carruthers in Emerald Park, Saskatchewan.
And we definitely have to give a shout out to Scott's at 21. Shout out from Edinburgh. Edinburgh.
What is the time there? It's 8 hours difference, right, Ian? So where are we at?
7 or 8. So
7 or 8. Saturday morning. So a little coffee.
That might be about 3 a.m.
Okay. 3 a.m.
3 a.m., 4 a.m. I'm not too sure exactly
you could have
what
coffee.
they're on.
Coffee at 3 a.m. while he watches this game from Edinburgh. Or Edinburgh.
No, don't like that.
Somewhere internationally.
Okay, I need a little less ice than you had. I think I need a little less.
This is close.
Like this is crossing center. I was curling yours.
Jeanette said, hey, we just saw a Carruthers play. Why can't we show the other teams? These are the featured rink ice slots. They were set up in advance. So depending on how teams won today, that's how they fell. And it wasn't a predetermined thing. So it wasn't like extra time for this team or that team. It was just completely random. And it just so happened that Carruthers, based on the fact that he's already played 3 games today,
he's probably been on TV a lot as well.
He had a better chance of being on stream for the amount of games they've already played, battling back from the sea to get into the qualifiers. 3 games already for the Carruthers rink, which is crazy to think about.
Don't over curl it.
The setup that we have here, Evan, is the Lloydminster Curling Club. It's a 8-sheet facility here in the border city. And what's happened is they've actually taken 2 of those sheets out, put in a little bit more viewing with a Arby's fan zone and the MNP VIP lounge on the 2 outside sheets. So 6 sheets of ice for play, only 4 in use tonight as we've narrowed down the field. And then there's lower area viewing and an upper level viewing. Typical small town curling rink, I think, but definitely lots of fans excited, and this event totally sold out.
Plenty of weight. Weight's good.
Whoa! Mouat squad now.
It's good. Clean.
Just looking to come around this one here, Ian, and punch back that red rock sitting on the top forefoot.
Clean.
He's got room. A nice touch. A bit of a kickback.
Really nice control weight there. Don't think there was really any way that they could keep the yellow stone under cover, but still give something for Team Carruthers to shoot at.
So Catlin Schneider now.
Shouldn't curl as much as yours.
Open Mouat rock. He's going to look to hit and roll behind coverage here.
Yeah, fairly straightforward end. We haven't seen too much in the rings thus far, and teams are generally making the shots that they need to, keeping it close.
Whoa, off.
Yep.
Catlin Schneider
Clean.
Whoa, whoa. Yep.
looking to roll this one behind coverage.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
We'll get the movement on this one, Ian, and he'll sit just off center line.
Rolled just a little bit past the center line guard there, giving them something to shoot at.
Solid hack.
Ideally, Ian, he was hoping to sit right there. Not as accurate because my fingers are a little bit wonky. But we're going to practice here tonight because we do have some extra technology for you. So on the stream, we're going to be able to kind of map out what these teams are thinking in real time with you and have some fun as well. And that's a big shout out to Maz Entertainment, a local company here in Lloydminster. Just top-notch stuff. World-class production behind the scenes, and a local squad helping us out too. So Maz Entertainment behind the scenes, thank you for all your help in the last couple of days and taking us home here as we're in the second last
Hard read.
day here at the Astec Safety Challenge. And Mouat's group is going to chip that rock out. They had a piece of it. They could see it from their side, and
or a draw to the center
now
line.
your Carruthers, Ian. What do you think? What are you thinking without hammer?
Well, Carruthers without hammer has a decision here to make.
Center line draw.
Can they get into that that rock? Can they see enough of it on that,
They're drawing.
that far outside ice?
You don't like that?
Looks like they're deciding they might not like it, and they might want to just bury one behind cover.
Interesting, too, in the stream.
They're going to draw if I hit that, so.
You can hear Catlin Schneider, and you can hear Carruthers mic'd up, so we'll listen in on these two as they deliberate.
Top 8.
First important decision to make here in the game.
They're just coming right here. Then you got to follow them.
Okay, so then do you want to go this way then?
Well, I was thinking just around the center, but. I could play that too, I guess.
Yeah.
You like that?
My first thought was the
So options here for Team Carruthers. They'd be looking to either put one in here or they put one over there and knock.
It's not a super hard shot. Just don't know if it's a
out.
great shot, right?
Yeah.
What do you like here out of those two options?
I'm good with either though. Like I'm okay with that.
Well, I think at this point in time, they're probably going to be looking to
come around.
Oh, they're looking at a third option here now.
I could throw that.
Actually,
see Carruthers tapped his broom.
Yeah, you want to leave it over there, but yeah, okay. Okay, well let's play that or the chase.
Okay, I'm good at this if you like this.
So he's thinking
like
we're going to sit.
throwing it hard.
Yeah, that guard's pretty high, and they're going to chase it anywhere we go on ours. So I think just draw around the corner here.
So Catlin says we elect to draw around. If they want to chase it, they can.
Yeah, so it's 14-5.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, they're going to be using that corner guard from earlier in the end, and we'll see if they can get the ice dialed in here on the first end.
Catlin Schneider, his last in N1 without the hammer, going up against the world number 1 Bruce Mouat squad. All the way from Connor Nagovin.
Line!
Hard sweep from Connor Nagovin.
Line's good.
Got to get it past that.
Hard.
Got to sweep this one, Connor. Does he have it?
Distance.
He's by now. Now do you have the distance? Do you have the legs to get it to the corner, Ian? That's the challenge, and he won't get it all the way. and just sit top 8.
Good feet, man. Just need to give you a few more feet.
You hear Catlin say, should have given you a few more feet there. And it was close, but in this caliber of curling, close opens up the door, especially when you're playing a world number 1 in Bruce Mouat and squad.
Just still fresh, obviously.
Also hearing some comments on ice, Ian saying still fresh. So bit of pebble still there.
That's right. Yeah, the ice crew has been working hard here to get everything in order. They had a little bit longer in between games here today. Yep. However, they definitely putting out a world-class product for all of these players in Lloydminster.
Mouat now, his first in the first. Chip, duck, drives it back.
Will it stay? Just a bite.
He'll keep the shooter.
That's set up really well for them, but it is out in the open there.
I don't love that.
Sitting 2.
That's just a nice touch. Look at this replay from Maz Entertainment. Just squeaks it by that top guard. Angle chip. Drives it back.
That rolled a little more than we just draw, but
that was quite the play call there, Evan.
You just get any
level of difficulty definitely up there.
I mean, you're looking at shots like that, you know why. On the paper in front of us, it says world number 1.
Right.
You don't get world number 1 very easily, and Bruce Mouat shows you why he is ranked that way.
Yeah, the simple play in that position definitely would have been either to hit or draw. However, they went the outside or the out of the box thinking, getting a little bit extra.
So
trying for a little bit extra.
Carruthers and Catlin Schneider deliberate and say, that's out, we're hanging. There is a potential for a double here, Ian.
Absolutely, that would definitely clear things up and keep things as simple as possible going into final stones. Reid Carruthers here with the first skip stone of the first end.
Down a body, already played 3 games today. This is their 4th for the Carruthers rink, and Reid's first.
Whoa.
With games running 2.5 or more hours. We have to be thinking these guys are on 8 hours of curling so far today.
Straight!
And by the end of the night, it could be 10 hours.
Hard.
That's a full-time job.
Nice shot. Beauty.
So they opted at the end there to chip this one inside.
Take the roll.
Outside ice, roll it in.
First stone here for Bruce Mouat. Let's listen in and see
hair. Like I thought you were close. I just wanted to let it
what
run
they're thinking for this shot.
I didn't hate the throw at all.
You were looking like you were going to audible.
No. I knew we were close. I just wanted to let it run because sometimes you kind of throw them like that and they just do nothing, right? Do you like this?
Anytime we're close to the foam, I've seen
Mouat with the hammer.
Looking at the run back, it appears.
I mean, he basically just made this same shot.
Good feel.
And it's a lot more open than this time around. That rock moved over about an entire stone.
Bruce Mouat.
Close! Close!
Nice control weight.
Yes! Whoa! Yep. Yes! Yes! Hard!
They're on this one pretty hard.
Trying again for the angle. Will he get a chip of this, or is it going to punch it? And it's going to punch it in. Full 4-foot now for the Carruthers rock, and an inside miss there from Bruce Mouat.
Yeah, they definitely didn't come with too much weight, and I think it just over-curled there on them.
Yeah.
Right where my groom's really good, right?
Really good.
I mean,
Reid
even
Carruthers
if
with planning his second stone, final rock.
Yeah, this is
red.
the final red rock and the final stone. So apologies there to our viewers, but Carruthers did have the hammer here.
14-7, 6, 14-5 even.
No, I can still see a yellow rock down there, Mouat.
Okay, good. Because I'm pinched up here against my pal Cody Maz from Maz Entertainment, so you got a little bird's eye view. I got a giant.
We have to crane our neck pretty good. We're actually just offset from the sheets here in the booth, so it's hard to see the near side rocks.
Little
count it. We have to trust the guys there on the infographics.
Trust those guys with my life, obviously. So Carruthers in his second. Second and final stone for Carruthers without the hammer.
Clean.
Sitting one currently.
Little bit.
Connor Negaman.
Line.
And sweeping since 9
Gotta
a.m.
go.
this morning.
Really gotta go.
And they ask him to do
Really
it
gotta
one
go
more
line.
time here.
Hard.
Gotta go on this
Come
one,
on, Connor, go.
Can you get it by the
Can
guard?
he get it by the guard? Reid calling for it.
Bounce it.
Not gonna get there. Bouncing it now.
Just trying to get it out so I can run it back.
Tight shot. And he's going to leave that one there sitting outside the rings, Ian, which then gives Bruce Mouat a potential to draw in here.
Well, he's got a couple options. He's got that takeout. He's already got one in the rings. Can he get two?
Definitely left the door open for Mouat to pick up his 2 in the first. Unfortunate miss from Reid Carruthers, and that was so close.
Coming with enough, with the control weight here, Evan, he should be able to hit enough of this rock to drive it through and stick around. Still a little bit of coverage there on the front stone, but half a rock visible.
Yeah, front is 11. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. 4 seconds.
Bruce Mouat and his final stone in the first.
Well then. Yep. Whoa. Yes. Whoa. Yes. Yes.
Strong sweep there now.
Hard.
Big
Call
brush
him
up
on.
front. Got to get it through. Does.
Now they want to curl it.
Punch it back.
Straight on.
And Carruthers is kicking that red one out before that other one even finishes coming through the house, so he knew right away.
Conceding the 2 points here. Mouat up 2-0, and end number 1 complete.
So that right there was a chance to hold him to 1, and Mouat precision shot. Comes around and drives it out and gets his deuce. It's 2-0. Bruce Mouat over Reid Carruthers after 1. More from the Lloydminster Curling Club and the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center and the Astec Safety Challenge after this.
Should I be selling right now? I gotta get a bigger place. What's my house worth? What do you think? What's my house really worth?
Do we need to renovate?
How do I buy a house?
What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
Don't worry. I can take the guesswork out of it.
Good. Line's good.
And we welcome you back inside the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center, the Lloydminster Curling Club.
Good.
The Astec Safety Challenge, final draw of this second last day of this challenge.
Reid there giving his sweepers a little bit of break, saying, I'll take it from here.
Love that. Love that. If you're just coming back, 2-0 for Bruce Mouat after 1. He got his deuce
Definitely a little
after a bit of a miss from Reid Carruthers with his last. And a couple people in the chat asking about why only 3 for the Carruthers squad. They've been playing 3 this entire challenge, and they've already played 3 games today. So the fact that they're here battling all the way back from the C event is impressive on its own, with having such a disadvantage of being down 1 body, especially with sweeping. And that says something right there, and lots of love in the chat too for people watching on Curling Zone, Ian, saying, hey, go Team Carruthers, go. You got to give respect to a squad pushing it out the way they have today, that's for sure, up against a world-ranked #1 Bruce Mouat.
Second stone there from Hammy McMillan Jr. Perfect placement on the center line. Just outside the rings. Keeping that guard rule in play. They didn't want to touch the 12-foot.
Really gotta go.
Okay.
We're like
Go tight.
Can't come in, eh?
We're not even to that one. I believe it.
Like going long with 1 back button.
Catlin says we got to leave it. Carruthers says, I'm going to bring this one in a little bit here, see where she sits.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi. She's right to it.
And Mouat's going to elect Ian to come and sit down right on his button shot rock.
Yeah, with stacked corner guards there, they're definitely strong side, one side.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of split corner guards in play here last night, electing to do one corner guard and then straight around, a little bit different from Reid here in this match.
T-line. Close. Yep. T-line. T-line. Clean.
Big brush here from the front end on Mouat's squad.
Girl.
We're hoping to get this one sitting button. Gonna touch. Maybe. Just biting button there, Ian, and putting the pressure on as well. It's interesting, too. We've got some takes in the chat right now. Mr. Wizard Fish, great YouTube name, says Mouat offered the blank first stone instead, puts up two corner and puts up a corner and gets the deuce. Lots of people cheering for this team right now, and also another Scottish team right beside him, still in this.
Yeah, Ross White.
Ross White.
I had a chance to do the game with Ross there last night, and they looked really, really good, and still pushing the bracket right to the very end here.
Great. Scotland represented quite well here in Lloydminster, Saskatchewan, and
absolutely
the Astec Safety Challenge as we're in the qualifiers now. Win and you make it to the semis.
Solid replay there for the double takeout.
Nice shot.
Nice shot from Bobby Lammy. Or sorry, that would be Connor still shooting for red.
What don't you like about a really tight guard?
Yeah, a little fresh, and that intern is kind of the one that was, remember last game that was moving.
We do have the players mic'd up, so you'll get a bit of piece of insight from them too. And
they're not getting in because you're plugging the hole.
The Carruthers team saying still a little fresh out there, and that's a good sign on the ice too. This far in, this late in the day, this many bodies. I mean, the Arby's fan zone to our left, the MNP VIP lounge to the right, both packed.
Probably isn't, is he?
For world-class curling here in the Border City.
Yellow double, having 4 reds out front.
Aggressive,
Yeah, welcome everyone in on the chat. We have 1,700 plus viewers here live right now. And please give us your thoughts, feedback, and interesting facts in the chat. And we'll get them on air if we need.
And wherever you're watching from too, we always appreciate knowing that.
Very
cool. The love of the game is global.
Biting 4.
Mouat now calling for a bite of the forefoot here, and this one looks to be a little hot.
No.
Certainly a little bit outside the guard, and they were off it most of the way.
Good.
What do I know? He's going to sit full 4 basically.
14-5.
That's how precise these guys are calling this. So now you're Carruthers. Looking at a bit of a slice.
Maybe looking to drive that red stone there straight back.
Up the corner.
Let's see if he can get enough motion off to the right side there to get to. They're nearly flat. But there might be just enough to punch both of them.
Catlin Schneider, meet the curl from Negovic. Got it now. Does he have the angle? He does. What a shot from Catlin Schneider. And
not wide enough. We still have a biter, but he definitely moved that rock farther away from the button.
Let's get an angle here, top level if we can. The angle was needed, just off center, drives it back, gets the action. That's precise.
Yep. Clean.
Team Mouat here looking for the hit and roll.
Whoa. Yes. Yes. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Hard roll.
Another finesse shot there.
11-1.
So Carruthers looking at another
if I just nut jam it.
raise here, Ian.
Yeah, whatever you think.
I think so.
Hey.
What do you think for ice?
Heel curled, so.
Catlin Schneider with his second of 3 as they're down a body.
Clean.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, curl.
Clean,
curl.
straight.
Clean, line.
Straight.
Hard.
Hard.
Shot.
Absolutely a straight line run back. That never left the center line there, Evan.
I think so. I'm going to go here high. I roll to a stagger.
You have to go across it.
Maybe. Oh, yes. Make sure 2 and go. Hopefully Bruce got a freeze.
Mouat here probably looking to follow down the same path, drive back the Redstone and see if he can double them out.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Curl.
Curl this one in. Oh, just drives her wide.
Okay.
Backup plan was definitely get rid of the guard, but giving Reid a chance here to do something.
Like a back line.
Is he looking to split the house here a little bit? Tap, roll one shooter over to the left and
Just made the first one too far.
Trying to get the line.
left from my view. On the on-camera view, look to roll to the right. And
I
push
think probably better with
rocket
the
house
out.
to the left.
More action.
Yours first.
They're debating the turn here, the handle on this thing.
They're going to roll, but
I was thinking you'd play a little extra weight.
Let's listen here to what Schneider and Carruthers have to say.
yeah, I'm with you. Just so hard to get that line perfect. Like,
We're free rolling.
could go back there. Just throw it back 8.
Yeah.
Problem is, this is probably, you don't have enough to make it. If they make the roll, you don't have enough to make this run.
Like honestly, if you rolled
I'm okay
out,
with it. I just think the out
you
turn
rolled
looks.
out and you got it to here, it's still pretty good boost setup.
So they're deliberating here,
My
Ian, whether or
thought was
not
the out turn's a little straighter, and they kind of threw it here, so we might have a better idea in the long run.
they come in this way with it. I gotta get my.
Let's play that. If you're good with that turn, I think it's a little more manageable.
Okay.
Out
play
with
the
back
out turn.
line, edge of 4.
Yeah, like I play just through.
Sure, yeah. I just like this turn. It's a little straighter, more manageable.
It's coming in this way with
Like
it.
that, the in-turn curling is so hard to get that line right, you know?
That's right. At the end goal here, we're going to look to have a split.
Through the house.
Here.
So that was the
don't have
debate
to get
between
it
those
fully
two
buried, I just
and
gotta push around.
which handle they
So
wanted to
throw
throw.
like a 14.
Yeah, they just wanted to make sure they get the
Even high
right
13s.
action from the contact with the Redstone in the rings.
Yeah.
Catlin Schneider and his final in 2.
Clean.
Yep. Hard.
Connor Negevin
Hard
on
line.
it the whole way through.
Hard line. Gotta go.
Yep.
Need
Hard,
it for
Connor.
line.
Still got it.
Still has it.
Yep.
Hard. Roll it.
Rolling his own rock. They were trying to split the house.
Unfortunately, not the end result that they were looking for.
Still
Splitting the house
sitting 2.
more vertically than horizontally.
Need a little more ice.
Not exactly what they were.
They were hoping for a bit of an action here, as Ian pointed out. No rock up there. That's not where we want to see the rock. If your curling rock is here,
Curl the hair more than I thought.
you feel shame.
Watch out for those behind the glass.
You definitely want to get your rocks somewhere in this zone right here. That's generally what these players are trying to do, Ian, as I try to figure out this fancy technology that Maz Entertainment has hooked us up with today. So, by the way, we've given you a drawing board here.
We're going to need Darren from the other stream to come over. He's
Oh
the
my gosh.
Telestream aficionado and definitely...
I don't have the brain power for this.
Clean. Whoa.
Bruce Mouat with his first.
Whoa. Straight.
We'll update everyone on stream the other scores generally at the start of each end.
Okay, sorry.
I would think, don't have to get fully buried, so.
I think that's good though.
And we might be able to even get some camera panning over to some of those scores. We'll just put that to the production crew. Great job here from Maz Entertainment.
Same draw
Got a couple comments saying, hey, good work so far, and somebody even said, love the artwork. Definitely not Bob Ross over here, but I'll do my best to place a rock or two as we can do this thing. It's so cool, though, that Maz Entertainment and crew has this technology here for just a couple of local curlers, like in the broadcast booth right now.
Yeah, if everyone does realize in chat, this is a volunteer gig. We're not getting paid for any of this, and we're just happy to be here, enjoying the moment with you, enjoying the excellent curling. And
line's good.
Maybe it doesn't do justice for world number one, but
line's good. Room.
I can tell it's been a thrill for us to both be in here and be able to comment on some of the best curling that we'll see this year.
Well, I know people are appreciating having this coverage regardless, so that's pretty special. And Carruthers with his first. And that's pretty much where he wanted that one to sit, and he wanted it above the tee line, and he wanted it buried behind some of that coverage there on the left side of the ice. And as you can see with that view, not a lot they can do there.
Yeah.
So now you're Mouat.
Looking like they're going to want to hit and stick on that left side of the sheet. Not sure if we're going to want to stay or mostly just keep the separation between the two, as there's still more rocks to come.
Clean.
Mouat with his first. His second, sorry. Final for Mouat in 2, up by 2 over Carruthers. He's going to basic nose hit, which is the call.
Leaving a fairly routine open shot here for Reid Carruthers. Final stone of end number 2, looking to even the score.
A little bit.
So a great bounce back end from the Carruthers squad, who obviously are going to be feeling some fatigue here. You'd be lying if you said they weren't feeling fatigue. This is their 4th game today, and they're already down a body, and respond with what looks to be 2 points and a tie game, but a rock still to come from Carruthers.
Yeah, Scott's 21 here said freeze in the chat. And that is an interesting thought on that last throw, Evan.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
being
why.
that it was behind the tee line,
yeah,
a freeze would have given them a chance to at least cancel out that second 8-foot rock of the Carruthers team.
It's interesting that that was brought up, because in my head I was thinking it, but I wasn't going to second guess the world number 1. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to say, what are these guys doing? Because I'm amateur hour over here, and they will get that nose hit, and they will pick up their deuce. So after 2, we have a 2-2 game between Carruthers and Mouat in the qualifiers right now, with a win and a berth in the semis tomorrow. More from the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center and the Astec Safety Challenge after a quick break.
L and ACPA, going beyond accounting and tax. The assurance that experienced professionals that care are committed to providing you financial confidence and helping you reach your goals. We listen, we analyze, we advise, we deliver.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pack revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
We welcome you back inside the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center for the Astec Safety Challenge. It's the final draw in day number 3. One more night to go, and all these teams on the ice looking to find their way into the semis. And Ian will take a quick look across the board here at the scores for the teams still left and playing tonight.
Yeah, I'll run down on sheet number 3. We have McEwen scoring 2 in the second, going up 2-0. Edine, Gushu, and Dunstone White. Good. 2 ends each in the books for those squads. Still no score from both of those sheets. So 0-0, 0-0 if you're from Scotland.
Nice. Lots of tight games here tonight. Good curling and packed house at the Lloydminster Curling Club. 2-2 game here, and if you're the Carruthers rink, you got to be happy with that bounce back in response, given the amount of curling they've had today.
Yeah, absolutely. They couldn't have drawn up that end any better.
Clean. Clean. Gotta go wait.
A loss here, and you go home. Lots at stake. Lots on the line for this second annual Astec Safety Challenge here in Lloydminster, Saskatchewan.
Good control weight there, high 8-foot from Hammy McMillan Jr., Team Mouat. Reid now calling for the corner freeze.
Yeah.
And Connor Negevin.
Kind of killed it though.
Line's good.
We're close.
Clean.
We're there.
Okay. Clean.
Just gotta let it die.
Line.
Heavy.
Line.
Only if I need to. Heavy.
Clean. Clean.
Catlin Schneider definitely saving his energy, I think. But he had the right call. He said it was heavy, and it was just a little bit too far.
So you know what, the best of the best, and this is what I love about us being mic'd up and us getting some insight there, is other events you might not be able to hear that communication and that little exchange between Carruthers and Catlin. But that is the finesse part of the game that you might not always get when you're watching some of these events. And I know calling out in the chat right now, somebody says, hey, so why commentate? Why just watch the game? It's for reasons exactly like that, where you can get ice-level interaction between these world-class players that you might not get elsewhere. And that's exactly why we're doing it. So we appreciate you being with us here, and 1,600 people right now, and I know a good chunk of those are probably international viewers.
It's what,
nearly 4 a.m. right now in Scotland.
Back button. Hard line. Back 4. Gotta go. Back 4. Really gotta go.
Big brush here from the Mouat squad.
You're on it.
Trying to get around the Carruthers red, and just rub.
So that was a big brush the whole way through, and I don't know if that was an ice thing or a bit of both. Column A on weight, column A on ice, but it opens it up now for Carruthers to make a decision here.
Even, huh?
Yeah, with the 2 Yellowstones even here, he's looking to get some action off the first one. Possibly nick the second one out, and or roll in behind it.
Terrible, yeah, whatever turn you want. I'm just saying you don't have to make the double. This will curl for you.
Catlin saying no pressure on the dub.
Yeah, let's just make the easy one takeout, and anything else we get might be bonus.
you get it, but if not, let's make this shot here. Connor Negevin. Schneider with a heavy brush up front. All the way from Carruthers.
Every inch.
It's a good shot.
It's good.
It's a great shot from Connor Negevin.
Yeah, they'll still be totally happy with that position, and
throw, man. That's almost as good.
anything that gets in there is just going to bump that Yellowstone a little bit farther out and make it available for as this end progresses.
Right?
11.
Some people in the chat saying, nice pickup by listening to Carruthers and Catlin Schneider, but they are claiming that Bruce, Mouat, and squad are the best communicators in the game right now. And the world ranked #1 would agree with you.
Clean. Yep. Yay.
Bobby Lammy here delivering his stone.
Hard. Clean. Clean. Yep. Whoa.
It might be too far.
Hard. Sit. Great shot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Cobras.
Yeah, we're in no rush. We can always go around it, right? Eventually.
So no damage done to the their existing Yellowstone in the rings there, Evan. And
nose.
Rolling a little bit farther away.
Good nose. Flatter.
So the options here.
Whatever you like.
Carruthers is saying, do we come straight in here and nose?
Second option, put down to coming off and then rolling in. And,
should be straighter than the other way.
Looks like he's set up for option #1.
Yeah.
We often get them ones wrong where we think it's going to hit it doesn't.
Catlin Schneider with his second.
Yep.
Negevin on the way. Connor Negevin all the way on.
Hard.
Need to nose this one back.
Roll the red.
Roll the red out. They say they knew right away that they weren't going to get that one in, so mitigate the damage, and
just a straight peel there at the end of the day is a good plan B.
Yeah. Clear the garbage up front.
Yep. Don't know what you were there. I'd say about 11.
I did not think I'd get that much curl there.
10.5.
Curled a lot.
Yep.
Blast away,
So this
I guess.
is Grant Hardy.
Low 11s. Yep.
Must be.
Yep. Yes, 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 yes. Yes!
Mouat calling for the brush.
Hard! Clean! Clean!
They keep it.
Clean! Hard.
Oh,
Hard, Grant.
nice touch.
Really finesse takeout there, Evan.
Good shot.
From
Not
Grant
even
Hardy.
touch, not even a glance on their own stone, and the roll out.
Yeah, we
nearly
can get a,
horizontal.
We can get a second view on that, and just the finesse of that shot that just happened there from Grant Hardy. And what he had to do to remove that red stone from Carruthers, but also keep his shooter and not jam.
Yeah.
You can see how tight that was.
Kind of hoggling.
Yeah, playing the angles perfectly.
Nothing over here is makeable, eh? It's better if we can make something over
Catlin
here.
and Reid
first.
now having a conference on facing down 3 Mouat stones and with the hammer.
Off that one.
That's not
So the deliberation here is potentially which rock you hit first.
Whoever made the
This
double
one,
and sat there gives me a chance.
or
yeah.
I think what they're basically looking for is, can they double out these two together, or should they go for?
I don't hate this, but I might as well
These
throw
two.
the same turn I just threw. If that's okay. It actually curled more than I thought it would.
Yeah, I don't know if
Maybe
we got
straight?
to it. Yeah.
if it was you, Ian, would you go
Yeah.
after this guy and this guy?
What is it, half?
Third.
Being that there's a little
Third?
bit more separation there,
Yeah.
that's making it a little bit more challenge, but they do have the advantage of the vertical distance.
Long was probably close to a third.
Half to a third.
So this
The
is
2 rocks on the left nearly being parallel to each other.
just Schneider's last stone in 3 without the hammer.
Because we're getting the ring split when those hit.
Looking
Whoa,
to
whoa, whoa!
Whoa! Curl!
clear
Whoa,
some
whoa,
Mouat granite.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Got a piece, got the movement, got them both. Nice shot from Catlin Schneider.
Yeah, his second shot at the end. He'll have one more to go. Sitting with one stone each in the rings at the moment.
It makes sense now when you look at that replay, the call as to why they would attack those two. Obviously shot rock now and kind of control a little bit of space for Mouat, but Mouat obviously in a good position with hammer, open ice in front.
2 stones separated by quite a bit of distance here, Evan, and they're not going to be getting any closer when this one settles off.
And a nose hit and a bit of a roll.
I didn't get it.
I hit this higher one and roll. Kind of seen the higher one
Reid
and
now
roll at
probably
the end of
planning
like
for his
peel.
later stones.
either.
If I move some of
Yeah.
these rocks closer together, then I can have a chance at a double on
Gives me a little more room to
when he
roll.
comes up.
Is it light?
Yeah, is it light?
But do they go for it right now? I don't think it's there. But
I was seeing peel, but
let's listen to Catlin.
You go here then?
Sure.
Here?
I don't know why you don't want to throw it hard. Like the higher the better. Roll closest to it.
Versus 3 on throw now. Versus 3 on making the throw now.
Normal. That's what he wants.
Schneider and his final. Throwing 3 rocks each, Connor and Catlin. Down a bottom.
Yep. Hard.
Close on this one, Connor Nagovin.
Really got to go.
Finding the stamina here. This is their 4th game. The only sweeper up front. Can they keep this one?
Yep. Hard.
Good. Nice sweep.
Good weight, good control.
Yeah, even just a stone's pretty nice. Or that.
You gotta think.
It just makes no
What
sense
is
to me.
Connor thinking right now as the lone brusher up front in the 4th game?
11.
That's just guts.
I think what he's thinking is, I sure wish Reid asked for a little more weight on that rock, and Catlin would probably agree. They might have a little dispute there on the team, but on what weight to throw. But they got the job done at the end of the day.
He takes a seat on the bench. Oh boy.
Whoa. Right off.
Sorry.
Clean.
Not into the skip stones yet.
Straight.
Get it together, Dagenhart.
Whoa. Yes. Whoa.
Just looking to separate these ones, Ian.
Yep. Grant there with the takeout and roll. Reid now doing calculations on how he's going to remove both of these stones.
Thick quarter.
Is that double there?
Quarter.
Absolutely, that's there. I mean, it's not the easiest hit and roll over, being the separation that they got. We got probably 14 feet between the two stones.
I threw this
But
3 games in a row and it curled.
now he's just, what they're doing is digging back into the memory banks, other shots that they've taken, how much ice to take, what weight to throw.
So a big time shot from Carruthers to make this and potentially get out of the end without giving up 2 here.
Yeah, this has been such a wide open end. A made double here will certainly give Mouat a chance to blank, if that's what he's going for.
A little less, Cat.
For the double.
Carruthers in his first. Looking at a wide double, 2 wide open Mouat stones.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Connor on.
Hard.
The lone man up front. Got it. Cross it. Removes both. Clutch shot from Carruthers there, Ian.
Rolls the shooter out, but I don't think that would really make that much difference in this end without any guards, without too much
Turn joy.
other play. As we had in the chat last night, people really like it when rocks go the wrong direction.
It's just seems so counterintuitive, you know?
Certainly have to have the right setup.
The laws of physics I don't understand, but it obviously makes sense to people who are a little bit smarter than me.
See what that does, yeah. $14.
So people now saying this is shaping up to be a delicious blank.
And not overlay, no, but it was pretty good.
A little narrow.
Yeah, Mouat here just testing his button draw.
Susan says, Energizer Bunny, Connor Negovin. Unbelievably on point comment. Just to put that in perspective, most of these high caliber teams would maybe play 2 games, 3 games, maybe max a day, max?
3 would be max.
3 would be pushing
most of the time.
Right? Depending on how it's stacked up. But this Carruthers team right now is on game number 4 today. They started at 9, then 12:30, then 4:30.
And that's this is all cumulative.
Yes.
The week that's gone by for Team Mouat has also been, I'm not sure if it was 4 games or 3 games before today. So they're looking at 7, 8 games. And if they're looking to go all the way to the final, they could be 10 games or 11 games into this by the end of the Astec Safety Challenge.
And without their second Kyle Doring.
Clean. Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
Clean.
Yep. Shot.
A routine hit.
Yeah.
And Mouat now looking to
probably to peel this one out, take the blank.
Shot.
Yep. Half off.
I don't know if Sed down on the other side of the ice can hear us with Maz Entertainment, but in the chat right now, somebody says, shout out to that camera guy for kneeling on that ice.
Yep.
Shout out to Cedric, is that?
Yeah. Down there with Maz Entertainment, getting you ice level coverage, which is pretty special. And Mouat's going to chip this one out, and he's going to maintain the hammer and blank this third end, which means it is a 2-2 affair in this qualifier, with both teams needing a win to stay alive. Get a berth in the semis tomorrow. Back with more Astec safety curling action from the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center after a quick break.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path, sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting to a changing world, creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, tax, technology, areas critical to your continued growth and success. All part of the journey, all part of what we do together with you. Because your success is the destination. MNP.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind from pre-seed to post-harvest. You can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
Welcome back to the Astec Safety Challenge here in Lloydminster, Saskatchewan. Evan Dagenhart in the booth alongside fellow curler, the Lloydminster Curling Club, friend Ian Isaacson. Ian, thanks for being here with me here tonight, and this is our final game together.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Evan. Really been a great event.
Okay. Line's good then.
Grateful to be a part of it. It's been a lot of fun here, just commenting and watching some good curling.
Keep it going, Bob.
There's been a lot of people watching good curling out there in the Arby's fan zone, the MMP VIP lounge, Strathcona Resources viewing area.
Take ice, yeah.
Packed house here tonight.
Some of those sponsors out there have made this event happen and made these guys have a giant purse that they're looking for, $125,000 on the line.
And all these teams have already made a little bit of money, but they're looking to make a little bit more. And
I want to.
I want to take a quick sidebar, because I know last night, for anybody watching the stream with Mike Robson and Darren Moulding, it was a rowdy and comical one. I know I was tuning in a little bit to both of the streams last night. I was catching up on a little bit of work. And there was one item in particular that those two boys, Darren and Mike, just couldn't get away from. They tried. They couldn't get away from hot dogs. The guys were hungry late at night. And
heavy, and then
wouldn't you know it, there's Darren meeting a fan who listened to the stream last night and wore his favorite hot dog shirt in favor of the commentary last night. How epic is that? Curling fans are one of a kind. I love it, Ian. So good.
On the guard.
We just got a tap on the shoulder from the wife saying, "I gotta come see this. My husband's on the stream." That's awesome.
What?
Oh, you gotta love it.
Think you can make that out turn?
Yeah, a lot of great curling fans, great support all around here in the border city, and. Back to the action here. We have
a mile in there.
Reid here with third shot of the end.
Yeah, that's fine. What are you going to give me, though?
Connor Negevin with his last rock here in the fourth. 2-2 blank end in the third. Going down the other sheets, we have McEwen and Schwaller. McEwen up 2-1. Gushu scoring 2 in the third end for the first points in that game.
Clean.
And Dunstone White.
Wait there!
2-0 for the fellow Scotsman behind against the Canadian.
Wait's good.
There's some polarizing comments in the chat, Ian. I promise you, if you're tuning into this game, I am in. We're consummate professionals here. We don't have the quality of by the seat of our pants action like Mike and Darren would. So they said, hey, enough with the hot dogs. Yes, that is the only time we're going to mention hot dogs. This is the last mention of it now. So Donna, we got you. That was hilarious, though. I listened in real time last night. Ian, you were here last night right next to those guys. That's just gold that you can't get anywhere else. And I think what's special about streams like this is, I'm not going to mention names, but you might not get that intimate in maybe some of the bigger providers of curling, but here at the Astec Safety Challenge, keep you on your toes.
Yeah, if people haven't really seen the full setup, there are some big screen TVs down at the end of the sheets for all the viewers that maybe can't see some of the angles on the house and rocks at the far end, giving that extra chance to see the game progress. And so, being that there was a telestrator with a hot dog going on, everyone in the rink was able to see that, but they probably didn't hear quite as much on the audio. So.
No, just goes to show you, before you broadcast, make sure you get a good solid meal in you. Otherwise, you're going to be hungry.
It's kind of hard to get
Back to the game here now, and an important one. Carruthers hanging in against world number 1, Bruce Mouat and squad out of Scotland. And a shout out to his countryman,
a little more if possible.
the right of him as well. Ross White still in the mix here against Matt Dunstone as well. And some low-scoring
anything
games here,
but
Ian.
cross the center line, really.
No one is really want to give. They don't want to give up a millimeter here in these qualifiers tonight.
Yeah, in all honesty, I was here doing some games last night, and every single board had 3s and 4s all over it. It was like everyone was tired of blanks and tired of not scoring, and they said, "You get 3, I'll get 3." And the games are still staying close, even with those high-scoring ends.
You open it up a little bit, you see what happens. Catlin Schneider now.
Easy early. Easy, Connor. Easy. Line's good.
His first.
Line's good.
Mouat blanked.
Line's good.
The third.
How hot?
Whoa.
Wait, does it?
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa. Sit.
Sorry, to make the run.
Bit of a miscue there from Carruthers and Catlin.
That ran good, hey? I was heavy. Yeah. Good call.
And is that a bit of a stamina thing coming in for these fellas?
Oh, he just said he was a little bit heavy.
Yeah, I thought it would be good.
Whoa! Curl!
Oh, just tried to drive that one back and just going to squeak it on the outside there, Ian, but an honest effort.
We've been spoiled with a lot of excellent curling during this week, and we're seeing those types of shots almost automatic, but you know, once in a while these guys, they're going to be just that little bit off. And that's why you can get some steals, you can get some more points on the board, so that's curling there for us.
Same ice, I'll just throw a hair less. I would have way crossed it.
Catlin Schneider with his second.
So did I. And then it was like Carl as if I didn't listen to him.
Line's good.
Connor Negovin up front.
Bit of room.
Your lone sweeper, as they are down a body here today.
Line's pretty
and have
good.
been
Line's
for the entire
good.
Aztec Safety Challenge.
Line's good, Con.
Diane here in chat saying the sweeping from Connor looks like those Red Bull commercials. Red Bull gives you wings. The way he's been moving his broom.
Definitely going to need a hot tub tonight, potentially.
Good.
Is that ever fast?
Hot tub tonight, hot dog yesterday.
Why not both? That seems like a good combo.
Basically the same shot that they just threw here, trying to drive the Carruthers stone back on itself and peel both out of the rings.
Heavy sweep up front.
Whoa!
Got her now, kept her straight, and that's a finish
Just
shot.
enough angle to get her out.
Not enough. I think you still make it.
Okay, so
Make sure they're better than you are.
your Carruthers, you're staring down a mitt full of Mouat rocks up front. Lots of options for Bruce Mouat and team to promote some stones here. Looking like he's going to put one in the rings.
It's the same as Con.
Yeah, Reid looking to come around this right, coming around the lone red guard and see if he can hit the hole there and draw into the 4 foot.
I just gave you. 6 to 8.
Lots of cover up front, but like you said, Bruce Mouat's going to have options to promote, and if he can't access that
Easy line.
through a draw or a light takeout.
Clean.
Line's good.
Clean.
Yep.
Line's good. Line's good.
Line's good.
Line's good. Go ahead.
Okay. Curl if anything.
Line's good. Line's real
Well,
good.
I think I've got that hole.
Okay. Fight the
Got her through now.
You can curl this.
By the guard by quite a margin.
Maybe not.
Carruthers is going to finish this one off.
But what we're seeing here is just a big finish on that curl, more than buried.
Control is cold. That's stinking. No.
So a good rock from Catlin Schneider will now prompt
This right side was lightning and this other side is
Grant Hardy
It's kind of weird.
to do something about those rocks up front.
Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Curl, baby.
Hard. No.
Trying to drive this one back. Will he get the angle on it? He will, but not full stone there, Ian, and both rocks are going to spill out.
Yeah, so we'll see if Reid is just going back to the same position that his third just shot, and he's going to try to recreate that result. Keep the pressure on, and if he can keep those rocks in the rings, they're going to hopefully force a 1 from Bruce Mouat.
So Carruthers steps up for his first.
So it was going to move.
Hoping to put another one in the rings here, but as we pointed out just a couple of stones ago, Mouat left himself with multiple options to get his deuce here, potentially, depending on how buried this Reid Carruthers rock gets. He still has a chance to get her out, though, obviously, if he promotes one of his, just as he has been doing. Now Carruthers is going to take a walk back down.
Just put the broom down. Put the broom down. Yeah.
So double check. That's what I want.
Well, I think he's just thinking about the last shot. They made it by the guard by quite a margin. And so if they do want to go a little bit tighter on this throw, they can. They always run the risk there, but didn't see too much a difference between where the broom's being marked.
Line's good. Yep. Line. Line. Gotta go.
Gotta go hard from Connor Negevin.
Looks like they're already calling him off.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Block this hole.
So he's light on this one, and now where does that leave you?
Wow. A little bit of a miscue there from Reid. Weight and line, or a little bit mostly weight, it looks like.
Yeah. Not really sure where to put the brush here. Maybe here?
Yep. Well, he's pretty close.
Bruce here looking for the one line that they have. They were looking to get some separation on those two red stones at the front. Maybe plug this hole across, but looks like there's still enough room for them to get in. Evan, what do you see in there?
Yeah, just an unfortunate leave for Carruthers. He was light, and not only did he leave that port open for Mouat, he just left more junk up front too. And both of his stones really aren't doing much for him at all.
I don't think I can
take it more. They're going to have to be careful here with this ice that they're taking. Bruce is marked here, and Reid was a little bit farther out, and I think with that guard there, the hole's actually gotten a little bit smaller. So we'll see if that line
does
what they're hoping it does.
Does the world number one see something differently? Bruce Mouat and his first stone in the fourth, staring at a blank set of rings.
Whoa, way only.
Wanting to
Line's
come
great.
through
Whoa,
the
whoa.
port.
Clean. Line's
Clean
good.
only from the front end. Sweepers both on
What did
now.
it fill? Fill
Like they're
four.
by, and now
Fill four.
can they get her to finish?
Hard,
How
Paul. You gotta
far?
go wait. You gotta go wait.
They want 8 foot. They're going to get all of that. They're going to get a bit of the 4 too. And you see how buried that rock is there.
Yeah, we're seeing quite a bit of movement there on the
Ideally
on the
we're
curl.
drilling
So
it to like here.
now
Like this. We can make this.
Just outside edge.
Reid's probably looking to sit a rock in here a little bit deeper.
Well, I was thinking he might try to come at it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Sit right
like
about
we'd
there.
always get
Yeah,
a curl.
same result. I think we're having
A little heavier.
either side. He's just thinking, let's try a different shoot part of the ice.
Yeah. Come at it from the other side. Try to get a time on this rock for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
See how accurate Ian and I can be up top here.
Yeah, like 3
Looking to
inches,
come
2
behind
inches
and
on the
ideally Tuck can get all of the 4.
Yeah, they're looking to outcount the Mouat stone and make it difficult to remove without.
Because they've seen your one.
Here I am trying to time this rock, and I look down on my phone. I got the calculator app open.
2
Good on
plus
you, bud.
2 equals.
Yeah, the hair light.
Yep, hard. Line.
Brother says a hair light.
Called light right out of his hand.
Line.
Connor, all
Really
the way
gotta
on this
go.
one. What's
Hard,
the time on this
hard.
one? Draw the last couple days has been 14.5. That's a 14, but again, I'm up on the booth. I don't have a complete accurate look here, but that one was way lighter than what these guys
Way
were.
lighter, curled a ton, and
I mean, I could play that if you want.
Yeah. Depends whatever you think's easier.
So, in a game so far that saw a trade of 2 deuces and a blank.
Are you thinking of trying to
Maybe
play
a
it
bit
this
of
way?
fatigue creeping in here for the Carruthers squad, who are in their 4th game of the day and down by a body the whole way through. And if you get a shot there, you can see Connor Negevin fully sitting.
I think if
That
the draw
has
was
been a lot of
guaranteed, it's
sweeping for
definitely
that
the
guy.
draw.
You got to give this team credit. Battle all the way back from the sea there.
It's unfortunate that Reid Carruthers, trying to draw back four should be a little bit heavier, but certainly came up a lot late. He knew it as soon as it left his hand, and that's how good he is at judging what he's done. And I'm sure he's going to own that little bit of a miscue. Team Mouat now trying to decide what rocks they want to promote. They're going to want to see rock in the rings. First option was to drive something over here.
I just don't where we
could also promote this rock.
I think I'd put it there.
They just need to bite the 12.
But yeah, when you're feeling.
So now it's a matter of, do you want an angle on this one? You're going to draw, you're going to promote. You've seen Team Mouat exceptionally skilled at
prefer this to the same
promoting stones, and it looks like
he'll probably slide down to the end and then maybe change his mind.
Well, see, to me, and I just don't go. Why don't you just come down here? Why don't you just bite one right there?
And they also played this last shot. They did this shot already. It's the exact same ice, exact same shot. Why not just do a repetition?
Are they, though, thinking maybe you come in here, you spill this in here? Are they trying to drive multiple rocks into the rings here?
Can they get two?
Okay.
It would be audacious.
I mean, world rank #1. I don't think that's the play, but Mouat in his final.
Clean.
Tied 2-2 with the hammer, already sitting one, looking for his deuce.
Whoa! Clean, curl, straight, whoa.
Just looking to tap these two back.
On that one, Hammy, on that one.
Tap. Were they trying to spill it? That was the idea.
They were trying to do the split. They got one. I think that was the safe option, but they had a chance for two. They're just a little bit off. Like I said, audacious it is.
Cheeky, and I love it. So the Mouat squad will pick up their deuce and nearly had 3 on Carruthers. It is now a 4-2 game. Carruthers with the hammer as we come back in the 5th.
I was going to
the Astec Safety Challenge. More from the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center after this.
At It's Time Promotions, we make your brand stand out. From custom apparel made with precision, to headwear that puts your brand front and center, and vinyl decals that make your brand stick. We deliver promotional materials and print solutions that leave a lasting impression. With locations in Lloydminster and Provost, we proudly ship Canada-wide. It's Time Promotions, where your brand comes to life.
Yeah, 13-8, yeah.
Back from the Astec Safety Challenge, Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center.
That'll be okay.
As we comb through some of the chat and comments here, lots of people loving Hammy the lead in his hair. Getting some comments there. Some people liking that in the chat. I like it too. Got style. And Mouat up by 2. Nearly got 3 on Carruthers. As we head into the 5th, quick recap, Ian, on what the other sheets are looking like tonight in our qualifiers. Hoping everybody to get into the semis here.
Yeah, sheet number 4 is the other feature game available on Curling Zone streaming as well. Brad Gushu versus Nick Adine. Gushu with a steal in end number 4. Adine tried to raise, nearly got it. He was facing down 4 stones, but he only gave up 1 to Gushu. So a little bit of an escape there from Adine, but still wasn't able to score. So 3-0 Gushu over Adine on sheet number 4. Sheet number 3, McEwen, Schwaller, 2-1. Schwaller scoring in the 3rd end there.
Top 12.
Big thanks to a bunch of local people and local businesses who make something like this happen. Of course, Astec Safety. MNP and the VIP Lounge, which is packed here tonight, and the Arby's Fan Zone, both sections packed. So cool to see here tonight on a Friday. 106.1 The Goat, Sobeys, Fountain Tire, Boundary Ford, Lakeside Pharmacy, Musgrave Agencies, Strathcona Resources, the Tent Guys, It's Time Promotions, Bar Engineering. When you read those names, you might be thinking internationally. That doesn't mean anything to me. But here at home for us, Ian, these businesses are so impactful for us in community events like this, and it wouldn't happen without a bunch of people power on top of over 100 volunteers locally to make an event like this happen.
Nice.
Absolutely. No, it's not just the money that's coming in from the sponsors to put up the purse to get the top teams here, but it's also the sweat equity and all of the hours and of the volunteers. Certainly the lots of names and people behind the cameras, outside the camera work, and we're just the tip of the iceberg of the volunteer
Really
crew.
tight. Line's good.
So Mouat lined up pretty
Stay
nicely
there.
here to
Still
start
really
the fifth.
tight. Okay, clean.
One buried, one top
Close.
12.
Curl,
Looking to
just
make
pass.
it a little bit more interesting
Just pass.
for the
Just
Carruthers
pass the
rink,
red.
and putting another one
Clean,
up front.
clean.
Stagger these two.
Great shot.
And a nice touch there.
Hair high.
Yeah, this curled both times I threw it.
It does make it for hair high. I might leave it.
Yeah, you bet. Just a smidge at the end, yeah.
Sorry,
Whoa, whoa. Yep.
Thank you
Yep.
to everybody
Whoa.
watching here.
Whoa,
As
whoa.
bring this one in. Carruthers says, hold up.
Nice shot.
And a great shot by Connor Nagovin.
Nice double takeout. They could have hoped for 3, but that maybe wasn't in the cards with that alignment of stones they had there.
Replay here from Maz Entertainment. 1, 2, nearly got the third. Keeps the shooter.
Not far off.
double and roll to center.
It's always nice too when you make a good shot and your opponents on either side of the rink give you a little nod. I always like that. Never happened to me in the local game before, where another sheet looks over and says, "Nice shot." I'm still hoping for it, Ian, but one day maybe. Great curling here.
Mouat showing a little bit of respect to the Carruthers team here and healing some corner guards.
Hard, Tommy, hard. Get in. Good shot.
Making it a little bit more difficult for him to score multiples in this end.
Close.
Yeah, I think
Reid
so.
taps
I've
immediately
thrown
to go
that
around
before too,
the one that's left.
Yeah. So is the hair slower when I
Straight draw.
Nice to see some family relations in the chat. Lots of people backing each other up. And some curling knowledge there too from the Scots watching in the wee hours of the morning on Saturday. Educating maybe some of the Canadians in the chat on backstories on some of these teams and how they got together. Very cool. Catlin Schneider.
Line's good.
Staring down one Mouat rock.
Line's good.
Line's good. Max.
Yeah, maybe we could ask the chat. There's some Scots in there.
Oh,
Out of all the sports that we play in Scotland, where does curling rank? Like here in Canada, we'd obviously have hockey number one.
Keep going.
After that, maybe
I think so.
soccer would be number 2, especially on the youth side. Curling, probably pretty high. I would say third, fourth, probably in Canada.
Today, is it? Not a huge
Well, given the talent here at the Astec Safety Challenge with White and Mouat, looking like the Scots appreciate and get curling started quite early for the young
I think so. The curl
guys and gals in their country.
Yeah, all these teams earlier in the week on Tuesday had a junior clinic for some of the local junior curlers. Pretty amazing to see youth everywhere from age 8 to 18 out there with some of the best in the world showing how things are done, and those youth taking in the lessons and learning from the best.
Get a replay here on this shot that just happened. Just a nice touch to get the hit and get the roll and duck under coverage and basically sit button.
Get low, maybe.
Good weight control.
Get under guard, a little low.
Could do it that way too.
Good
Probably
line.
the best shot. Yeah. Sure.
And just dices it in there.
in chat here, Catlin Connor coming up on their 90th stones of the day. Someone else has done the math, I'm sure, for that. I was chatting with somebody locally here, like a team that plays in the Sask League, or Sask, trying to represent the province for the Brier, and I said, these teams that really commit to it, like, how much do they practice every day, or how much can they throw in a day? And he said regularly they would throw over 100, so they might be getting up there to a practice day.
Just a practice for these guys out there today.
I did catch Catlin there on the last time down the ice, had a big yawn though, so definitely feeling it, definitely getting later in the day. And those guys will be looking to hit the hay as soon as this one's over, regardless of the result.
Definitely buzzing after coming back, battling all the way through to qualifiers on the seaside. Grant Hardy.
Scott's 21 said, soccer, rugby, curling, not given great coverage in press. For the Scotland being the origin of curling. That's where all the grant comes from, a special island, I believe, just off the coast of Scotland, where they quarry all of the stones. There's only, I believe, two main providers of curling stones in the world.
We're going to do a straight out turn draw.
Because he makes me smarter every minute that you and I are together watching this beautiful game. That's cool. I didn't know that.
I can't remember the island's name exactly, but it's pretty remote. I don't think anyone actually lives on the island. They quarry during the summer and then bring all the granite back to do work in the winter on the lathes.
Any Scots can confirm Ian's story? Or is he just telling lies?
You can't fact check me. It's just too perfect.
Fact check him.
Get it moving there if we need to.
Is he blowing smoke or is that true? Catlin Schneider.
They were calling good.
His final shot.
Clean.
Scott just said Elsa Craig.
Yes. Yeah, hard.
What are we doing? Don't give this guy any more clout than he needs. Come on. Somebody in chat should have just said, yeah, he's lying. Nice shot from Schneider, but he rolls out a little bit too far on the other side again.
I mean, you're freezing. Yeah.
Just got a little bit too much on that side.
Thinking control.
Spills out on the open.
Didn't quite get the angle for the double that they were hoping for.
No.
It was a brutal line call.
You just hear a brutal angle.
It was tough to take that rock out, hitting it on the inside. They much rather would have come across the top.
Half underneath, but
can get half under, yeah.
So now the debate is, do you put one here, right in front of that rock, or do you put one
that's the other option
behind your guard up front? And it looks like Mouat is going to elect to maybe put one parallel to that Carruthers rock and not sit up to the face of it. What do you think about this shot, Ian?
Not really, no, because then he just draws.
Are they debating now a bit of a hit and roll off this one?
That looks to be the call with the ice there on the broom.
They were talking maybe sit here or maybe sit here at one point, but now electing
or we're
to
just straight drawing, one of the two.
Hit and roll and sit behind coverage. So we'll see if this works out for Bruce Mouat.
Whoa. Yep, yes.
Front end on it the whole way.
Whoa. Close, curl.
Close now.
Curl.
What will it do?
Curl.
Got to curl it a little bit, fellas. Gets the chip. Bit of movement, but not as much as they were hoping there, I think.
9-7.
Yeah, mostly a nose hit and barely any movement on there, but completely covering the pin.
And right away, Carruthers comes up and says, let's make the double.
Yeah, they'll be looking at that last shot and the opportunity that it gave them, and this is their redemption opportunity.
Out turn?
Yeah.
Reid calling for the out turn. Obviously his preference.
Not only are you getting some love for your knowledge, spot on, boys, is what Scott says in terms of where curling granite comes from. So that's another win for Ian Isaacson. I wonder, can anybody in the chat calculate how many seconds Connor Nagovin has swept today?
Yep, whoa.
He's got to be up to at least 1 full hour total. Carruthers looking for the double. Gets one. He's going to jam.
A shot.
But what's interesting, if we can kind of get a shot looking, there it is. So this rock finishes in perfect coverage. So Not what he was hoping on the double side, Ian, but he does leave himself real nice with shot rock and buried.
Try and get you here.
Mouat here indicating a corner freeze.
They sit right there.
Yeah.
See if we can get time on this Mouat rock.
Yeah. Well, if I give you the same weight as... Yeah. Okay.
Bruce Mouat.
Yep. Clean.
Looking to sit corner on the Carruthers stone that's shot right now just outside the 4 foot.
Whoa, curl.
Clean from the
clean.
curl.
Curl. Right to it. Stay with it, Bob.
I totally got distracted because Lindsay and crew on the broadcast on the other side. I was trying to time that rock, and then I heard them talking about the goat, which is where I work, and that's so kind of them. So I didn't get the time for you guys because I'm too busy paying attention to the professionals on the other side of us. I apologize. That Gushu game is going on, by the way. 3-0. Gushu over Adine.
Heavy? Good. No, 11-7.
I had one job, Ian. I had one job. I got distracted.
Let's go.
You still have your day job. That's the good part.
Yeah, I'll just go back to the goat. Carruthers now.
Oh, easy. Clean. Yep. Hard.
Looking to move both.
Hard. Gotta go.
And sit.
Really have to go.
Got to go all the way from Connor to go.
Really gotta
Asking
go.
for a little bit more from Connor.
Squeeze it all the way through. Now we're through.
Okay, good shot.
And that'll finish with one stone for Carruthers. Ian didn't get his deuce, but salvages that one.
It came off a bit, yeah.
4-3 now. Bruce Mouat over Reid Carruthers. As we head into the 6th, Mouat will gain hammer back. 4-3 game from the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. More from the Astec Safety Curling Challenge after this.
The official soundtrack to Canada's only border city, 1061 The GOAT. Stay connected with mylloydminsternow.com. The GOAT. Everything that rocks. 1061 The GOAT.
Got plenty, I think. Line's good.
Evan Degenhart inside the broadcast booth alongside Ian Isaacson for the Astec Safety Curling Challenge. The Astec Safety Challenge obviously would not happen without Astec Safety, great local business in town, and we thank them and all the other sponsors who make this happen. We'll run through those in a second.
Guys. Line's perfect.
Recap into the game here. Carruthers with 1 in the 5th, which means it's a 4-3 game now for Bruce Mouat and squad heading into the 6th, Ian.
Yeah, just recapping some of the other scores around that may not be on the live stream. We got McEwen and Schwaller just finishing up here in the 5th end. Not no scores yet in the books, but 3-1 in the 4th. And Dunstone and White. Dunstone leading 3-0 over Rosswade of Scotland.
Slow that one,
compatriot of our sheet here.
Okay.
I love this, and you're going to love this as a stat guy. Because what do you do behind the scenes? You're not a broadcast guy by trade.
No, I do land surveying. I'm a professional land surveyor here in Lloydminster.
There you go.
So that's a little bit of. I think I shared on another stream the other night about the border markers and some of that information. So that's a little bit of spice of my life.
So you're going to love this as a stats guy, and I'm going to shout out my stepdad Chris Jones here for a second, who's also a stat guy. I had asked the chat to say, can we calculate how much Connor Negovin's been brushing today? Because this is his 4th game. And by his calculation, he says approximately 60 straight minutes is what he has swept today in their 4th game. 60 minutes straight, brushing the way these guys brush. Put that in perspective for a second on how much stamina and how much fitness these curlers actually have to curl at this level.
Absolutely. If that's your father-in-law?
Stepdad Chris Jones out in Penticton.
That's your stepdad.
Yes.
So he's my kind of guy. I'd be straight on the calculator trying to calculate that when it's offered up.
And the other reason why I know you love it is he's also a surveyor.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh. Great profession. There's not enough of us out there.
There you go.
Top 8, gotta go.
Go ahead.
Straightforward double peel reverse.
4-3.
Light again.
Mouat over Carruthers.
Curl. Good sweep.
And a good sweep, but
Okay.
it's going to come up short here on that one, Ian.
Some sauce in me.
Okay, bud. So
3/4 low in the end.
If he makes this trip,
Hey, he's a stone.
3/4. Go for the deuce and
Yeah.
So you're Mouat looking to remove all of that junk, Ian. Let's get rid of that garbage.
Yeah, they're just worried about promotion, run backs, and that sort of thing. And they might be thinking with this alignment of stones, they could be getting 3. We will see what to do.
Okay.
Move 2.
Move 2. One of them sticks around.
Better than where they started.
Yeah, I could do that.
First stone coming up here for Catlin Schneider. He's going to have 3 more this end. Hopefully 9 more in the game.
Yeah, I think so, eh?
It's all right.
Bump.
It's okay.
Good bump.
Okay.
Reid calling for the bump and roll.
Catlin Schneider saying, bit more. Give me a little bit more ice there, Skipper.
I think that's what we've seen for most of this game. They've just been a little bit tight on lots of their shots. So whether they're going to give Connor a little bit of a break on the sweep, but again,
hard, really got to go.
Connor on the broom again.
Clean.
Oh.
Yep. Clean.
Whoa. Roll it.
Does he have enough to clean that rock out? And that's going to stick around as well.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
So some backing there maybe to use down the road, and a shot stone that could be promoted too, Ian.
Yeah, I think they definitely would have liked to have seen the removal of one of those yellow stones. That stone at the back of the rings there may have some issues down their line.
You have to play pretty down weight.
Hey, I'm good with the peel, thoughts. What do you think?
I'm fine with the peel too.
Mouat says, going to play tight weight, I'll give you a peel.
Same pro.
So.
Yeah. It's just getting to that point.
What are you looking at here, Ian?
Looks like we have some technical issues with the telestrator.
I can't see
the current.
There you go.
Can't see the
one
current
more guard first.
feed on it.
Yeah, that or waste one more. Like a guard. Like I have 2 left, but whatever you like. I can go around if you want. I feel like we want to waste 1 though.
We'd like to waste. He's looking to get at least one of those yellow stones out, but asking whether they want to draw around and put another rock in the rings.
It's just not going to be as quick as that was for a few shots. Is it enough? I was just throwing those super positive. Like,
So Schneider and Carruthers have figured it out on this stone.
Waiting to God or the right
A little bit.
Early.
And
Line's
McGovern.
good. Line's good.
Line.
Line.
And needs it for line.
Okay, whoa, just let it stop.
Well, that's a neat connection. I recognize this name in chat, Carol Vanstone. Thanks for the shout out to Land Surveyors. My son is also one of them. And I can say, just using the power of deduction and maybe a little bit of premonition, that her son's name is Malcolm. How's that, Carol? Did I get it right?
You're going to perpetuate the stereotype that all Canadians know each other.
That's right. And he lives in Regina, I believe.
See, there you go.
So, out of a province of 250,000 people in Saskatchewan, Malcolm and I are one of 73 land surveyors.
You're okay.
Pretty small group, and we get together often, twice a year, for professional conferences and that type of thing.
So I kind of feel like
there you go.
Wasting it.
So shout out to Malcolm there. Carol's on stream. I'll have to mention that at our next AGM.
Thanks for tuning in, Carol. And hey, I mean, while we're on the topic, we all have day jobs. What do you do for a living? Maybe try to get people to guess what you do in the chat. Give us a couple words. We'll see if we can pick that out as we go. Up top in the booth, we are not professional curlers.
I'm quite confident Reid doesn't want to show up this here.
Let us know how you keep the lights on.
Carol's just asking what's our name. My name's Ian Isaacson. So if you're talking with Malcolm there another day, you can say that Ian's making his second career out of curling broadcasting.
Yeah, the lucrative bucks he's chasing. Catlin Schneider.
Line's good.
Hard line.
With his last stone.
Line.
Asking for Connor to give them more on the brush.
Line's good.
The fourth game of the day. Dig deep on this one. Keep the line. Now what?
Curl if anything.
Letting it curl.
Did we overbrush this one? And that one's going to spill out to the back 12.
Just inside that other yellow stone, which I don't think is the worst position in the world. Something to keep everyone thinking about at the back.
Oh, nice shot. Thanks. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Curl.
Final stone here from Grant Hardy, Team Mouat.
Straight.
Nick this red stone out of the rings.
Gotta roll it.
Nick.
Hey, whoa.
Excellent shot.
That's okay.
Just by all of his other yellows and
Ideally, I double and roll.
putting them sitting three.
It's gonna be hard to do that, eh?
You can spin it a little bit.
Bruce Mouat up one in the sixth.
I think just make this pretty good.
Carruthers and company looking at a bit of an uphill battle here in the sixth end.
I'll get some here.
Down to skip stones now.
I think it's gonna be
Looking to get a spin off here in the double to sit two.
Yeah.
He can spin up here.
So an open double for Carruthers.
A little bit difficult.
Woo! Nice. Some love to Catlin Schneider in the chat. And a nice little hook of the gripper there.
Yep.
Carruthers.
Yep. Whoa.
With his first.
Clean.
Just clean from Connor Negative.
Hard.
Looking for the double here. Ian gets it. Push it out now.
A shot.
Great shot from Reid Carruthers.
Yeah, really solid shooting there. Able to get both of the yellow stones at the top of the rings and keep the shooter.
Normal?
Nice shot. Thanks. Good throw.
Nice replay from Maz Entertainment here and a clutch shot from Reid Carruthers with his first stone.
A lot of excitement there on sheet number 4.
Normal.
Nicodine making a pressure shot at the end of the to take 3 off Brad Gushu with the hammer.
So 3-3 in that game now as they head into the 6th. Wow, tight one.
It's a different kind of tire.
We also have that ice and that game featured as well here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. So 2 featured games every single draw with commentary and mic'd up thirds and skips, multiple camera angles, world-class coverage here. Second annual Astec Safety Challenge.
Hard!
Mouat with his first. Punches it through. We can get a replay on that.
Big lean there from Lammy. Just begging for that rock to touch something.
What's that?
Just squeaks through both of those stones.
He can't believe it.
Yeah, I don't think if they tried that 100 times.
I wonder if we just draw.
Not sure if they dial it up that way again, but that's how she lies.
It's really close.
Now, Catlin Schneider and Reid Carruthers looking to see who is second stone here.
I don't think they would be.
I don't think so. No.
So what's the strategy here,
Unless they,
Ian?
like,
Depending on
rolled
who
in.
is shot rock, how does that play into how
wondering
Reid
if
Carruthers
that's crazy.
focuses his final shot?
Here, it's pretty good.
Well, we have Mouat with shot for sure. It's really what coming down to second stones here, and
Yeah, like you're
Reid
getting to here, if
out-counting
anything, we're
Mouat
just
second.
curling it
But
to get there, right? Like,
you know, with Mouat having the hammer,
I don't know if it's crazy.
he's set up pretty well
Or we are
for
hitting
2
this,
points
rolling,
here if he
and
can
trying to
make
make this. I guess we
another
hit
double
forward
at some point,
shot
but
too, okay.
Reid's thinking, can I get both of these Mouat stones out now
We
and
saw
just
my
force,
board that came down.
force the hit and
Well,
roll
we need
for
a
a blank or
solid
hit
easy.
stick for a one?
Easy's good.
Let's listen in to hear what these guys have to say.
Okay.
Seeing the outturn half a stone with bump.
Okay.
Take a water, please.
I'd like you to just maybe throw a heavy bump because it's coming down a lot. You know what I mean?
Right there.
Should be good.
So he's saying for a heavy bump. That's what they're looking at here, Ian.
Yeah, it looks like they'll be looking to drive
Thinks it's coming down, but
that top stone back and nick something out of the back.
he wants me to throw a little extra, like good bump. Okay.
Being that the Yellowstone's so far back, it wouldn't take much.
So if I'm reading this right, he's looking to come down here and just push that stone back, bump this one here, and sit here.
That's right.
So should get a little stone.
Carruthers with his final stone in the 6th. Down by 1. Without the hammer.
Yep,
Up against the world ranked #1 Bruce
Really
Mouat
hard.
and company.
Really
Connor
gotta go.
McGilvin.
Yep. Gotta go the whole way.
Brushing
Come on,
again.
head down, bud. Head down.
Head
Come
down
on.
and push it.
Come on, go.
Need it from
Hard.
Connor. The 4th
Whoa.
game.
Yep, yeah,
yep.
Oh, God. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
And a couple of sorries there from Team Carruthers.
All 3 of those stones in the 12-foot.
Now you believe me?
They're going to be looking at what
To get it.
That was how I threw it.
Yeah.
at who's closest to the button at the moment. They're making those decisions.
So that one pushed it a little bit too hard, Ian. They weren't hoping to take
Not
that
really
stone all the way
undercurling
out of the
with
rings, were they?
I think they were aiming for a bump onto both Yellowstones
Okay.
at the back.
Okay.
Sitting too red.
Well, it's that 5th, 6th.
Hard to tell what that did with the redstone at the back, if it actually moved it far enough out.
Right, did that actually make
With
Mouat
the
stone?
With the shot call here,
Maybe
though,
he'll be a little
it looks
short.
like Mouat is conceding the 1.
Line's good.
Bruce Mouat's final stone in 6.
Drawing down. Those 2 redstones must have had him out counted.
So they looked. They make the decision to take their 1 and give up hammer. Needs to get full 8. And he'll get all of that and more.
1 for Mouat.
As Mouat picks up a single, which makes it now 5-3. Mouat over Carruthers heading into the 7. Carruthers with the hammer when we return to the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center in the Astec Safety Challenge after this.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path, sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting to a changing world. Creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, tax, technology, areas critical to your continued growth and success. All part of the journey, all part of what we do together with you. Because your success is the destination. MNP, wherever business takes you.
Hey Ben, what's the Astec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Astec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Astec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome back here to the Astec Safety Challenge. We've got Sheet 5 action, Mouat versus Carruthers. And Mouat scoring a single point there in the 6th end. And up till now, we're having a little bit of pause in play. Might be having both teams sitting 3-3 right now in manpower. Still waiting for first stones coming out from Team Mouat. Just a little bit of a pause here. And there he goes, Bruce, making his way down the ice.
It looks like Bruce and I had the same idea. On the same schedule.
No time clocks here for the matches. If anyone's tuned in before in games, I'm sure you've been aware of that. So a little bit more deliberation on some of the more challenging shot process thinking, and gives us some time to listen in on those players as well, and we'll hopefully be able to keep doing that as the game progresses.
Carl.
Hammy McMillan Jr. there for Team Mouat with the centerline guard, just touching. Running down the scores across the rink. 4 games on the schedule here tonight. Going late into the evening here in Lloydminster, Evan. We have Team Dunstone, Team White, 3-3 with 5 ends complete. Sheet 3, McEwen and Schwaller, now 3-2 in the 6th end.
Some really tight games here tonight in the qualifier to get a berth in the semifinals tomorrow. Lots of high-ranking world teams here left to play still.
Absolutely, you could take your pick of any one of these teams. They're all going to be looking for it tomorrow when they get down to 4-2.
Clean. Nice spot.
And a thank you to over 1,300 people tuning in right now. It's basically
or
10
whichever way.
Local time in the evening for us, and I know it's early on the international side, and Curling Zone picking up the stream here for us this entire way through. Thank you, Curling Zone, with the stats and jumping between streams quickly for us, making it happen behind the scenes. So on top of Maz Entertainment here, making the production happen, local company here in Lloydminster, also Curling Zone, massive help in getting the
I had light.
There, so
We're light.
everybody behind the scenes there too. Heavy sweep from Schneider.
Calling him off here.
We're a guard. We're not even to it.
On it, Hank, bud.
And that one looks to have gotten away from Connor.
Possibly a little bit of fatigue catching up.
Fight the 4.
7th end in the final game of the night. Asking those boys, maybe they want to go one more tonight. They're going to turn it down.
Yeah, could you imagine if they win this one, they play again at midnight tonight? That's all that's actually happening if you're tuning in. There's no more draws after this, but I think the Carruthers gents might say he might take a hard pass.
think we're there.
I seem to remember
Yep.
curling was sort of a family
Line's
affair.
great.
When I
Top
was
four.
growing up, I curled with my dad.
Yep.
And there was often bonspiels going on all weekend.
line's great.
I seem to remember some
Line's
of those
good.
draws on a
Just a stone
4-sheet
short.
rink
Line's good.
went
Right on it,
well
almost.
into the wee hours in order to get enough games in.
Yeah.
Shot.
Sometimes you'd start at midnight. 2 stones for Mouat and company. Buried.
Reid now looking to move around some of the guards out front, see if we can get a drive back into there. Scott's from
Just a little bit.
Scotland on the stream. Now coming up to 5 a.m.
Real good, yeah.
There's no place you'd rather be than watching some curling. 5 in the morning on a Saturday. If it was me, it'd be probably getting woken up at my 3 little kids.
Curl.
Smacked in the face a little bit. That's how I usually wake up.
Yeah.
Drives that one just wide.
Apologies for the language on stream.
I think so. Do you think they can kind of tap them around or not?
So Mouat has 2 buried, and he looks to Ian say, well, let's toss another one in there.
Same throw, at least one of them guaranteed to stay.
Just creating that the connection between those stones. They want them as tight as they can to each other, making it really difficult for Reid to start punching them out more than one at a time.
Okay, agreed. Same throw, I think, Bob, yet. Hard line.
Back T. Back 4.
Back 8. Clean. Back 8. Curl.
This'll help.
Back 8.
Weight's okay. Straight.
Not much of a
Back
sweep
8.
here from the
Curl.
Team Mouat front end.
Curl.
Now trying to curl, cutting it in. They said back 8 right from the start, and that will run a little long.
13-3.
So Ian, they were hoping to put one right up front and kind of just sit to the nose of that stone that's just basically buried on the forefoot. And now Carruthers has a bit of a chance to move some granite as there's some separation between these 3.
On the guard.
Yeah, it gives them actually a target in from the outside in, and those 2 stones that were frozen together pretty much now have a little bit more separation.
Yeah. It's just getting some. Blank's pretty good here, isn't it?
Dead beak.
Oh, man.
Catlin Schneider and his first.
It's unfortunate timing, isn't it?
In the 7th.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, hard.
High octane shot.
You're right.
Hard. On it the whole way through.
Whoa, oh yeah.
Driving the guard back, does he have it? Splits it wide. Gets one, but replaces it with that guard. And
got a triple at the moment.
Really not much has changed other than less action up front, Ian.
Yeah, in the rings there, just about a 1-for-1 replacement.
Don't want him to nose it.
Just the 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too bad. It's unlucky.
Yeah. I don't want him to nose and release and stay on top
Hear
of that.
Captain say.
Completely guard that.
Don't leave him the hole.
A little harder would have been
Almost
good.
rather over curl, I think. Agreed? Is that what you meant? Yeah. Yeah.
Starting to get a headache and all the above.
All the effects accumulating for them boys down on the ice. You see them stretching.
Hard line.
Line's okay.
Line's good.
I can feel
Line's
for
good. Line's good. Always you, Hammy.
Curl.
I can plant.
Bruce Mouat.
I have enough room to plant.
Curl.
Hard,
Asking
both of you.
Close
Hard,
this one
Bob.
up. Big
Hard,
brush
you're
from
getting
the
good.
front end.
Keep going.
Wants to touch center, and he does.
Yeah, good sweep.
Back line through the hole.
I just don't fancy having to
Can I
follow
just nose it through the hole?
Options here.
So
Very, very tight
And you have
hole
these
to
well, I think
trace in
you
there.
try to get to nose, right? Nose is pretty good, isn't it? It's in the crotch.
Catlin seeing space between these 2. And a bit of a port between here.
Heavy hack weight.
Yeah,
even if you roll a bit, that's okay.
Good hack.
Good hack.
Call hack weight. Drive this rock in through here. Spill it here.
I want hack, but that's why I said good hack. You know what I mean? No.
Funny, when we curl on Thursdays, hack is hack. These guys say good hack.
Gotta play it tight, try to get the
I don't know what that means. All of it and more, maybe. Catlin Schneider with his 2nd.
Whoa. Close, clean. Yep. Yep.
Connor on the sweep.
Seems like they like it.
Does he have it through the hole?
Hard!
Big sweep coming from the goal.
Hard!
Get it through the hole, guys. Is he going to rub? He will. And a sigh from the Maz Entertainment crew in the back.
Same
That's how
line,
you
really?
know when it was a tight shot. The whole production crew back here. Oh,
That sucks.
6 feet too much, no?
Threw that really
that
good,
looked
I
close,
thought.
Ian.
You just try and give you a touch around and then Howie.
Yeah, unfortunately with that result there, this is looking like a really difficult situation for Schneider to
Well, now we have one to rip in there, I guess. A bunch
Little
of
narrow,
them rip in
little
there.
narrow.
to make something of this end.
Hold the line. Okay, you're really tight
Mouat
this
team
time.
definitely in
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
total
whoa,
control here with the amount of stones in the rings. They
Line's
bring another
okay.
one down here.
No, you're really tight.
Just make
Line's
it that
good.
much messier.
Line's very tight.
Line's good.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa. Never,
whoa.
never, 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 never.
Sit.
Completely taking away the run back
Which is
of the red stone.
You mentioned
Oh,
that,
I'm
and that's what
Echo
Catlin
more,
was saying. If you heard him off mic, he
Kinda
was
seeing this,
saying
Reid.
they had an option here with this rock.
Jam it
that
in
they
there.
could drive back this, but now
Right?
They completely blocked that off.
Yeah.
No
I can throw
chance
the
there
end
now.
too.
Now they're
Like, we
looking at
know
other
it well.
options even
Throw it at the
farther,
nose, it'll curl.
farther out.
we can get top level angle here. We got that there, but maybe facing towards. If we can get that to see
What is it at?
Yeah, thank you, Maz.
Reid's eyeing up his angles and the stones available to him.
How much?
So they're saying
How much,
hit this
Reid?
guy, drive
Reid,
this one
how
straight
much?
into there.
What do we got to hit? Thick half?
Yeah.
2/3?
Thick
Okay.
half.
I'm throwing
Thick
the
half
end
is
at
the
the
call.
nose and hoping it curls.
So this is a high level shot. Angle raise and need the weight
Throw in
to
the
move
end, yeah.
some of those stones too.
Yeah, they'd be certainly looking to get more than one in the back, but the first order of business is just driving it to that cluster.
Got to get the angle here. This is critical. Catlin Schneider with his final stone in 7. Looking at a angle raise.
Yep.
Yeah!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Connor goes all the
Yes,
way.
hard!
He says,
Whoa!
we need it. Do they have it? Drives it back. Oh, wow.
Unable to keep his shooter, but they did manage to remove the 2 stones in the forefoot.
I hit it where he told me to hit it. Yeah.
Yeah, they got the angle where they wanted it to.
Yeah.
They're just looking to get it a little bit in that
Close.
crotch.
Gotta get rid
Maybe
of
even
it.
touch that 3rd yellow stone.
Here's the replay here. Just a bit outside with that angle. They were
Kinda
hoping to
like
get
Max
maybe
I see
no
Bruce is
stone
on.
there.
And it really shows the level of the talent that they're disappointed in that shot.
Yeah.
Philly 4.
Is there any way we can find a blank?
Philly
here?
4 is okay. Half in the 4 is probably perfect.
If he goes a little deep, we can make a double.
Okay, I've taken
So into
Max
skip
Ice.
stones now in the 7th.
Think it'll be
Bruce
different on the path? Or
Mouat
should be-
up by 2 over Reid Carruthers.
So you want to hear more
Team
than this?
Carruthers with a hammer here in 7.
Okay.
Looking to make a count.
I'll let you know what I think.
Likely to see a flip of hammer for the final end, and Bruce Mouat probably coming home with the
That was a
hammer.
lot more.
Should be
Mouat's
always
first.
Bob. Line's really tight. Hard line. Hard line.
Heavy brush from the front end
Hard
on
line.
Team Mouat.
Stay on it. Stay,
go.
okay.
Looks to be light here,
okay,
Ian.
okay.
Now what do you do with it? Do you get a bit of a bump here? You do. But just light on that stone from Bruce Mouat, but
Yeah, a little bit of an opening here for Reid to hit and roll and cover. There's a lot of rocks out front to give him that protection.
No. Okay. It's like a bump shot. I'll still get some.
Yeah.
Can he still manage to weasel 2 points out of this end?
Garrett bump's good.
Okay. And if it's
So take
hanging, I'll
this
just
guy.
try to roll it over here.
sit.
Outside roll or inside
Here.
roll? I think they were
Are they
talking
hoping for
about a
an
couple
outside?
options.
So that's tight there. So you're saying they're going to come here and go here. I'll tell you one thing. This is a bucket list for me. I watch so many different sporting events, and I see these guys behind the scenes drawing little squigglies, and I'm like, how do they do it? And now my eyes have been opened up, Ian Isaacson. And the man behind the scenes with the paintbrush, making the worst squiggle lines possible. Carruthers.
Yep. Clean. Clean. Whoa.
Calling
curl. Do I have to go on this one, or are we good?
Nose hit.
They're hoping for more action on that one, Ian.
Yeah, they were definitely looking to get a roll of some sort there, but over curled a bit and or under curled a bit from what they were expecting, and didn't get the roll to the outside that they might have liked.
Also, don't mind this if you like it.
I think so.
So you're Bruce Mouat.
Good throw, Reid.
Prepare this to the draw.
Just ran a little longer than I thought.
And you basically run Carruthers into a take of one and regain the hammer coming home, and
he threw it,
the momentum continues.
What weights have we seen down here?
Yeah, he definitely
he'd take that
setup all day.
Sure.
Up one coming home with the hammer.
Okay.
Trying to play as open of an end as you possibly can. But a couple of stones still here come in the 7th.
Yeah,
so
if I hit
that
the
ice
same
for
amount
11
turn, it's perfect. But just with the end, you don't get as much kind of. A little bit thinner.
No, I don't think it will. Yeah.
Bruce Mouat.
Yeah.
I think we have to. Yeah. I bet. You bet.
And his final stone in the 7th. Ideally, they would look to duck under coverage here and make this a difficult shot for Carruthers to even pick up one. Ian.
Well,
yeah, force him to draw. Tight forfeit or button, depending on the result here.
Good brush.
Keep going.
Let's get a little bit of motion out of there, but maybe not as much as they were hoping for.
And they were on it the whole way through, right out of Bruce's hands.
Reid going directly after that stone. Looking to hit and stick for one, probably.
Ooh, heavy.
It's only half a rock there.
10-8.
Yeah, Bruce had an opportunity there to just tuck that one in and make that draw a little bit more difficult. So Carruthers says, I'm more comfortable with the takeout.
Yeah, well, I think that was the call that they were looking for, was do we want hammer going home, or do we want to take our one and try to steal? He might be just looking for the straight peel and clean end and 2 down going home.
So the hope here is maintain the hammer if you're Carruthers. Get rid of that lone yellow and spill out.
I mean, with Reid, that's what the shot call is.
Whoa, clean.
Clean all the way through, and he will chip this one out, and a nice shot from Carruthers. And
blank in the 7th.
A blank in the 7th. Which means Reid Carruthers will control hammer on the way home. And the final end on the way, a 5-3 game, Bruce Mouat over Carruthers. More from the Lloydminster Curling Center and the Astec Safety Challenge after a quick break.
Intern across the face, run back peel.
Should I be selling right now? I gotta get a bigger place. What's my house worth? What do you think? What's my house really worth?
Do we need to renovate?
How do I buy a house?
What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
Don't worry. I can take the guesswork out of it.
Welcome back to the Astec Safety Challenge. Evan and Ian in the booth, and right now you're getting a live shot on Seti. Seti, the man on the ice rink, he's with Mass Entertainment. This guy just a jack of all trades. Look at the quads on that guy. This guy has been squatting for 2 straight hours and just a beautiful human being.
I know that one pretty well.
Like, look at this. He's just squatting
shot
every 30 seconds, Ian. And then if we, see he's walking away there. Just exceptional specimen of a human being. And we thank you, Seti, for being ice level. There's some people in the chat on the YouTube stream on Curling Zone saying they're concerned. He's out there on the ice, cold. So Seti, when you rewatch this thing, the curling world is concerned for you, and they appreciate you.
You ever like another one on this side? Really
Thanks for doing what you do out there, buddy.
good.
So coming home here, Ian.
I do too.
Yeah,
it's
team
just
out
that
straight
one's
into
fair. Yeah, let's get 2
putting up the corner guard and looking to score multiple here in the 8th end. Can't quite say it's final
14-4.
yet, but not the final end.
Yeah,
is the hope from Reid Carruthers.
So I do the math correctly. On the line here, if you win, that's an extra $9K, I believe, in your pocket if you win this game.
$9,000
difference. $9,000 difference. And then you're on to the semis and a chance at way more too. You lose the game and you are out.
Okay, we're close now. I think you're curling it though.
So
get it over there a bit.
Carruthers maintains hammer. Here's a thought. Some people in the chat saying you keep the hammer, you go for 3 for the win. At least you have control to get your 2 and force an extra. But
level the Reds.
Mouat electing to keep the pressure on and just get shots, rocks in the rings. Ian.
Yeah, a few people here saying play for 3 in the last, and that certainly can happen. There's been 3 points on the board quite a bit here in the last couple days.
Some hashtag Mouat machines going on right now as Teresa says, great game so far. Who's everyone cheering for? I know for a fact. A lot of Scots are up this morning early.
Weight's getting there.
Bruce Mouat.
Still halfway. Pretty narrow.
But Reid Carruthers with 1 body down and the 4th game today saying we still have life.
Okay, good, Bob.
Yeah, Connor Nagovin on that last stone.
Yeah.
Shooting the rock and sweeping his own stone. So,
so you got to kind of feel like you're throwing hack here.
Like you never see that in this level of international play or even world rank play. Like,
yeah,
no, I think we're just throwing
come
like,
up and help a little bit extra, but you
throw a
never
good.
See the actual
heavy hack then.
How's that look?
Contributing to the sweeping program.
Well, and not to take away from Team Mouat, obviously they're playing a great game, but to be down a body is it's such a disadvantage at this level. And so props to the Carruthers rink for hanging. You know they're tired. This is their 4th game.
Just hack.
4th game of the day.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Clean. Yep.
Looking for a little run back here.
Yep.
Through the port.
Through the port. Tap back, separation, get the spill.
Good shot.
Good shot.
It's a real nice touch from Connor Nagovin.
Rocks completely in a line there in the house. Bruce Mouat now trying to make a decision on what's going to give him the best chance in this end. And first touch is on a double guard takeout.
Go for a look, Bob.
Calls the boys down.
Yeah, let's talk it over.
If you make that, you're probably just going.
Let's take a listen.
Oh God, I could fall asleep.
Okay. On the end, yeah. 2/3, it probably does this.
I was going to go lay on the bench.
I'm just worried that we stagger, but.
Good thing if you miss this low, you're making that.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So I don't think I'm not getting one of them. You always throwing it on the end though.
I think you need to take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you use this red top double, you just
Sorry?
freeze over lock.
I'm not sure.
Agreed.
I'm trying to pick up the conversation between Catlin and Reid Carruthers, but I do think at one point Reid looked over and pointed to Catlin and said, hey, we're up on the big screen right now, look at us.
I just love to keep
They're lounging back there, but it's not a lounging on the beach like Tyler might be getting, or Kyle.
That's awesome. Look at us up there, man. Who would have thought? 4 games in 1 day. Not me, but we're still here. Lammy.
Yep.
Hard.
Yes!
Hard, gotta go.
Big weight coming at
Whoa.
this guard.
Whoa!
Hard.
Whoa!
Peel bump. Gonna get both, Ian.
Good shot. That's it.
Heck of a shot.
Just a hair low with the end.
Obviously wanted to clear some of that action up front, Ian, and they called that shot. That's exactly what they wanted. They did get it. They leave their shooter, too. In a great position, too. Obviously covering some granite for themselves there on the Mouat side.
Catlin Schneider back here to throw, and Reid indicating a freeze on the
I think,
yellow stone
right?
in the forefoot.
Is that enough ice?
Okay. I'd like to beat it there.
I know.
Catlin Schneider. Nice shot
That's
from
a rocket.
Seti, Maz Entertainment side.
Line's good. Bit of room.
Bit of room is
Curl.
magic to Connor Nagovin.
Curl.
Need a curl now here.
Curl.
Want it all the way to the face of this one.
A little bit outside there. Definitely didn't get across like they wanted, and
What have you got of this?
leaving it exposed.
They can make that. And you've got a short run.
Mine would have been good if I had anywhere close to the right way.
Yeah.
Yep. 2/3.
The thirds and the skips are mic'd up.
2/3.
Get real-time
Okay,
reaction.
it's half
if a shot's
okay,
made
no.
or
Think
not.
half's okay.
I'm just saying
Half
his weight was a
stone
little
should
bit
be
off.
okay as well, but it's getting a bit dicey.
Try to get right to the face of the yellow. Or even a hair low, I guess, right?
Grant Hardy.
Curl.
Whoa, don't curl.
Curl.
Straight. Clean.
Curl.
Need this to move. 1, 2. Oh, just comes underneath.
Reid indicating the double takeout.
Think you can make it with easy.
Was it? I think you said that one was almost
Here where
more.
you can see.
Okay.
I think you got it with this.
I think that's okay. I think getting them to play a run with 2 in the house is pretty good, I think.
Aye, well, it was
Okay.
clean when it hit it.
So hit what you can see, Ian.
My only other thought is we could freeze once more.
Yeah,
They're 1-2, obviously, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play it.
Amounts at
I think
one.
you have to.
Okay.
2.
really clearly communicated.
And he's Catlin saying, let's opt for maybe a freeze. It's the second option. And Carruthers says, gonna need you to do some movement here.
But I got to give you heavy easy.
I thought you said 2/3 start and then you said half's okay too. Yeah, that's what I had. So I was on a half, so I was clean.
Catlin Schneider
Yep.
trying to hit what he can see
Hard!
Yep.
Yeah,
Connor
Nagovin almost.
with a hard brush.
Hard, Connor! Really hard!
4th game of the day.
Hard!
Does he get it by? He walks it by.
I almost couldn't have hit it too thick.
And that'll spill all the way to the back of the house and out.
I think so too.
So tight on that one, Ian.
Not enough ice.
Yeah.
Connor knew it.
Faces of a little bit of dejection there from Reid and
Weight was
squad.
close.
Yep, clean.
Grant Hardy
Clean.
asking to take out the last red stones here. Leaving nothing on that side for Reid to attack.
So now, Ian, the strategy in the chat said, keep hammer, get 3. We are down to
3 stones.
3 stones for the
Pretty
Carruthers
good,
ring.
2. Get to the face of the yellow.
You need to do something with one of these
Yeah.
right now.
Can they come off their own or no?
What's that?
Can they come off their own then or no?
No.
Okay.
Catlin Schneider with his last stone.
Looking for a draw to the corner freeze on this left side stone.
His final
I didn't
of
hate
the
it.
game.
I think you're okay. Line's good.
Line's good. Line.
Yep, line.
How's the weight?
Line's good.
Whoa.
Room. Curl. Curl. Curl.
That's the curl. Curl distance. Curl, 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 go, 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 go.
Left it a little bit short there, Evan.
You can see Connor Negavan playing both. The brush keeping her straight, the brush trying to curl both sides of the rock.
Even if I stuff it here.
Just not much gas there left in the tank. They're calling for curl, and the reaction time just was not.
Yeah.
He was sort of thinking this one's already a little
Even
bit short.
Even if I stuff it onto it, it should go through.
Another.
Oh gosh.
Especially late.
Another one of my batteries.
He's wanting to. It's a little slow, like it's.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Can they
slow
nick
and
this out
and, kind of
and really run
the team out of potential of winning the game?
Rocks, yeah.
It's definitely slow.
Have to hit it with quite a lot of force anyway.
6 feet slower than us.
Half.
Now looking for
so
the raise, possibly.
Even if I stuff it into
raise takeout.
Half stone.
That's just showing off.
Yeah, that's so Carmen in the chat says, someone get Connor a massage ASAP, so much sweeping today.
Yeah.
If there was some sort of an award at the end of this thing for the most effort, Connor, lead for Carruthers for sure. Although, somebody in the chat saying, hey, did any of these other teams playing the qualifiers right now come up through the C? Team of Dean did come up through the C as well, so.
Yeah, I think basically you have 2 from the C, 2 from the B.
Hard!
And 4 from the A.
Hard!
Mouat in his first, looking to chip this one out. Raise, punch it, he'll get it.
Lost one of his own, but I don't think he'll be totally disappointed in that shot.
I don't know where you need ice.
They may have been able to get it through that hole, but that would have been very, very precise.
Just me.
But it's kind of all you have.
They were hoping to remove the stone for sure, and they did do that in.
He's just going to dig that so good at that. I think we just got to bury and hope he doesn't. He's going to have to get one perfect. He's going to have to drop it in here and hope he doesn't give you a double, right? Right?
Try to maybe
Final stones here.
Yeah,
from
sure. Yeah. I think it's more important to get it under there and just hope.
Reid.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. I like it.
Just talking about what
like
Bruce can do on the final stones.
Yeah. Okay.
Giving themselves the best chance for 2. But they're getting down to.
So they're looking here, Ian, to put a rock basically right there.
I think what they're looking for.
Both sides.
Go back to that.
Just get an overhead view of the rings if we could there, Maz crew.
They're trying to get
He's got the run as well, I guess.
one over to the side there, yeah.
Right there, right here.
Just a little bit closer into the rings. They got to outcount at least one of those yellows.
They played a really good shot.
14-2.
That leaves an open takeout for Mouat. Right, so not much left here for Carruthers.
No, not too much. Yeah. Handle on the broom.
Line's
going
good.
to that side.
Connor.
I think they're hoping to make him nervous with that front guard, but it's not really going to make a whole lot of difference.
Too much room. You need help?
Yeah.
Bit of a lean here.
14-9.
Get it the whole way. Get it behind there. Get it in the rings at least. Going to need that to have any shot.
Coming up short, I think, is going to make it awfully challenging. They're going to have to remove some stones in order to score 2 now.
What have you got?
So Mouat says, how much can you see?
They played this turn?
You slash that out, it's game.
That's right. And it's the call he makes.
Normal or field?
Run them out of rocks here, Ian. That's the play.
Yeah, it's been really an excellent game here, but
what do you think it'll do here?
Overall, the rest and the path that Bruce Mouat's been able to take to this point has definitely left him a little bit fresher here at the end of the game. And
easy peel.
Easy peel is the call for
easy peel.
Final stones here from Bruce Mouat.
10:30 in the evening and a packed house still here. Arby's fan zone's loaded. MNP VIP lounge is loaded.
5:30 in the morning in Edinburgh.
Still games to be played, and Bruce Mouat and his final stone of the game. Looking to peel this one and run the Carruthers squad out of rocks and out of the Astec Safety Challenge. Routine peel. Got it.
Thanks.
And a handshake.
Good game, guys. Good game. Good luck. Cheers. Good game. Good luck, man. Good game. Cheers, man. Good luck.
Make that the final, Ian.
Thank you. Good game, Reid.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Good game. Cheers.
And a big credit to the Carruthers rink in Reid Carruthers, Catlin Schneider, Connor Negavan for curling 3 this entire Astec Safety Challenge and coming through the seat today. Gave the world ranking getting world #1 ranking, quite a run regardless after curling a bunch today, Ian.
Absolutely. No, we're really such a treat to be able to comment on this game, and really exciting to see see all these teams progressing a little bit deeper into the Astec Safety Challenge, and we're going to say goodnight.
And with that, this featured sheet ice will wrap for tonight, but more curling to be had. Schwaller and McEwen still